If you're a dirt bike rider, then you know that tires are one of the most important components of your bike. And if you're like most riders, you probably want to get as much life out of your tires as possible. But how long do dirt bike tires last on road? In this blog post, we'll answer that question and give you some tips for extending the life of your tires. So how long do dirt bike tires last on the road? Usually, dirt bike tires don't take more than 6 years to wear out. But there are factors that play into this number, like the time you spend on your bike, the terrain you ride on, your riding style, and the type of tire that you have. Let's dive deeper into understanding how long dirt bike tires last on road. What destroys dirt bike tires? Just like any other tire, dirt bike tires wear out primarily due to almost the very same things. These include the following. Friction. When you're riding your dirt bike, you exert a lot of force on your tires. This is because you're pushing against the ground and rotating your wheels, creating friction. The heat created by this friction contributes to tire wear and tear. Heat. This might be obvious, but since you're pushing against the ground and spinning your wheels while riding, they tend to get very hot. And when rubber gets hot enough, it decomposes and can even melt. So if you like doing wheelies for prolonged periods of time, which we don't recommend, then it's going to wear out much faster than other riders who aren't doing it as often. Debris. If you've ever ridden off-road before, then chances are that there were rocks or sticks on the ground. And every time you rode over these, they scraped against your tires and contributed to its overall wear and tear. Weather. The elements are also constantly working against your tire. This means rain, snow, wind, and sun. These outside elements chip away at the tire's surface over time, making it more susceptible to wear. How to maintain dirt bike tires for them to last longer? So in order to maintain your dirt bike tires and prevent them from wearing out as fast, you have to take the proper steps. Here are some recommendations on how you can do just that. 1. Buy quality dirt bike tires. This is one of the most important things that you have to remember. Not all dirt bike tires are of high quality, so always purchase name brands like Michelin or Dunlop. They're more expensive, but these are favored by riders because they'll keep your bike going for a long time instead of wearing out within months. Plus, it prevents you from having to buy new ones every month. Just be sure to store it properly so that it maintains its integrity until you need them again. Steps to finding quality dirt bike tires. In order to find quality dirt bike tires, you have to know where to look. Here are some recommendations on how you can do just that. Know what kind of terrain you're riding on. This is very important to remember because it'll dictate what kind of tire you need. If you're only riding on the street, then a knobby tire might be good enough, but if you're going off-roading, then off-road tires are more suited for the job. It's all about knowing which kind of tire fits your needs. Research different brands and types at your local shop, since this is an investment that will affect your dirt bike's performance. Always make sure to check out different options first before buying. This can be done by going to a local shop or going online and checking out reviews, comparing prices, etc. Do some research on YouTube as well. YouTube has a lot of useful information for riders looking for more insight on the kind of dirt bike tire they should use. Watching videos from other people can help you determine which kinds of tires perform well in specific kinds of terrain. It's all about knowing your options. 2. Keep them properly inflated. Properly inflated dirt bike tires will not only give you better traction, but also improve their lifespan by preventing wear and tear on their surface. These things contribute to reducing how fast it wears out, so make sure that you regularly check the pressure on your tire before every ride. This is most important when going through different kinds of terrain, so always take this into consideration. 3. Inspect your tire before every ride. Since it's a dirt bike tire and is expected to go on all sorts of terrains, there are some parts that can get damaged easier than others. This is especially important if you're going off-road because things like rocks and sticks scrape against them every time you ride. Checking for any possible damage will help prevent future problems from arising later. 4. Inspect the treads as well. Treads might not be as important as the rubber itself, but they still affect how your dirt bike performs. When going through different kinds of terrain, they either pick up rocks or sticks, which could lead to uneven pressure distribution. So make sure to check them regularly, especially when riding on harder terrain. 5. Make sure they're properly inflated after every ride. Now, this is important because not all riders are familiar with dirt bike tires and how they work. After every ride, it's recommended that you let your bike rest for at least 10 minutes before taking off again. This is to make sure the temperature of the tire has gone back down to normal, since most dirt bikes can get pretty hot while riding. Too much pressure during a ride could affect your grip, so having even inflation is very important. 6. Store them in a dry place. This may seem like an obvious thing, but many people neglect this part, which affects their dirt bike tires' lifespan significantly. Moisture or any kind of liquid in your storage is very bad for tires that are made out of rubber. This can cause them to break down faster over time, so make sure that you keep your dirt bike tire in a dry space with no moisture.